Folks, check it out. Today we are checking out the Trider, which is the triangular S.O.B. So S.O.B is sliding on a budget. This is from FidgetThings, which is an incredible 3D printed slider. 3D printed with these stainless steel plates. Very lightweight, thick as a brick, but a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed this one a lot. It's got a great sound. Kind of like a muted crunch, and I've really enjoyed it. And I've always been curious about this guy, right? So this is one that Derek has not released in like a premium version like he has with the S.O.B. And so it's just kind of sitting there on his site on FidgetThings. And so I've been very curious, you know, what is a triangle slider like? I've never tried one. I don't know that anyone else has one, and maybe I'm wrong. You guys can correct me if I am, but from what I've seen, this may be kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. And, you know, I thought there's a reason that everyone's making these rectangular, right? I mean, I can't imagine that triangle would make much sense or even be able to kind of flow. And I'm a little bit right, a little bit wrong. And let's talk about that. So these are the same stainless steel plates, right? But just triangle. So these are stamped out of stainless steel. And then this 3D printed body is inset with like a little brass thread hole for the screw to go into. Now, I got this and took it out of the box and played with it. You know, I keep picking it up over and over again. So I bought it, and I'm sitting there playing with it. And I'm like, I can't figure out what the flow for this would even be. You know, if I'm sitting there on the couch and I want to do some kind of mindless, repeatable something, what is it? Now, number one, I got it in the standard magnet setup, and so they were a little stronger, and I was getting pinched a lot because there isn't something obvious that you're doing with this. And so when you're going like that or coming down like this, there was a lot of pinching. So I did change it to some softer magnets on the inside and just left the corners as the strong points. And that's helped with that, because this could happen with this as well. If you had a regular magnet setup that was a little stronger, you know, you could definitely hit some points where you could get pinched. But obviously there's a flow there that makes a little more sense. My wife also handled this for a little bit, and she's like, there's something about this that is good. It's satisfying. It's good. And she could not really figure it out. I can't really figure it out, but it's good. I don't know. I really like this piece, and I have figured out, you know, a little bit of a flow. It's like more of a flicking and less of a sliding. So you're kind of doing that and then sliding it down. But, you know, because it'll slide that way, down, then you can go up, over like that. So it kind of does this. You know, kind of like that is what you want it to do, right? So there's a little bit of a flow there, but it takes some thinking and isn't, you know, certainly as intuitive maybe as this is. Although I've seen some of my family members hold one of these, and maybe it's not intuitive. But this thing is kind of a blast. I mean, it's just so free and kind of, it's like unhinged. I don't know how to explain it, but I've really kind of liked messing with it. You know, is this going to be for everybody? No, this might drive some people absolutely bonkers. And let's take a look at the inside too. It's same thickness, by the way, as the S.O.B. So if you were looking at it from the side, you'd think I had two, and then not so much. Now here's the other curious part. I could have sworn, oh, it's the same. So he doesn't use T8 or T6 like most people. He's using whatever this is. What do they call that? H1.5. He's using H2. So it's like a hexagon bit. Maybe just to be different, maybe because that's what Screw worked for his piece. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I've got one of those. This did not come with a little tool, so if you're buying one and you want to be able to open it up, you'll need to get one. All right. So you can see some lighter, smaller diameter magnets that'll kind of bounce around a little bit in there. Then I left the O-rings in these stronger magnets for the corners. But what an interesting plate, right? It's kind of cut across connections. So that these three are connected, these three are connected, and these three are connected. I don't know if that provides anything, but it looks cool. So what an interesting inside. So I don't know. I'm not sure what else to say about this guy, although I'm still a little perplexed on why I find him so enjoyable. But I don't see anybody buying these things, or at least I don't see a whole lot in the community in terms of like people showing these off. It's generally about the S.O.B. And I don't know if this is like an idea that Derek has kind of left up there, but isn't actively pursuing any longer. I'm not sure. But while they're up there, I mean, you guys should grab one and mess around, because this is fun and different. It's something different and new, and sometimes that's enough. But since I like the S.O.B. so much, this has been really nice, because it's just an S.O.B. of a different shape. I do think maybe like a square S.O.B. would be pretty sweet. A little 3x3. But I'm really partial to squares. Love a good square slider. All right. So that's the Trider from FidgetThings. That is the triangular slider. Thanks, folks.